Hello everyone, this is Xander Turon and we're back with Game 9 of the 11th BTR Flash Tournament. In this game we have Greyhound on the blue team with a mixed Scandinavian deck, and then on the red team we have Faust with a blue motorized deck. These are the decks they used in their previous games, so let's see how well they fare against each other. Alright, XA 186 NOs. Okay. I think he's attacking there. I'm not quite sure why he might be attacking there, but he might be attacking there. Alright, anyway. Back to business. So, links AH7 with command infantry. Centurion command tank, I guess that's what he's going to be keeping back here. At Echo. It's probably going to drop this one into Delta. That command section is probably going into Alpha. Scout defender, that's probably going to be watching over around in here. Let's see. Rover RBS 90s, an alright anti-air truck. Let's see. Gotta get close in. CV9030s, that's Gavarman in there, I do believe. Maybe Stormers. Same goes for these XA186 NOs. S2V103D, solid medium tank. M113GS Dragoner, I do believe. The other RBS 90 for anti-air. And two more, I'm pretty sure those are Gavarman, I have to double check. Over here, V150, that's Rangers in there if I recall correctly. Hachinani Shiki, solid autocannon recon. That's the XA186. I know I do believe that is Storm Engineers. Fuxmo, that's Milan 2. That more Milan 2s. Saxons with Fusilier 90s, more Milan 2s. Croaktail. Oh wait, no, I guess he decided he didn't want a Croaktail. See, that's a lot of anti-armor capability that Faust is bringing out right off the bat. Well, I know. Greyhound's not bringing out a lot of armor right off the bat, so it's going to be very much infantry grinding he's going for. He's bringing out an LVKV9. It's a alright self-propelled anti-air gun. Nope. Roland 2, once again, is a solid anti-air piece. It's better against helicopters, I do believe. Looks like he's got more Gavarman coming out. Well, he's got the Hachinani Shiki. Oh, Scout Leopards. Alright, looks like probably gonna be seeing some action in and around this area. Probably gonna be some fighting in the forest here, and probably some fighting in the forest here. But of course, that all depends on how they deploy their forces. I can only guess at this point. Alright, and battle has begun. Let's see where everybody goes. Oh. Okay. Oh, he uses drop his command section off in Charlie. Okay. Scout defenders going forward. It's got a Gazelle cannon, so Greyhound's going to want to be careful of that scout defender, otherwise it will get shot down by that Gazelle. We did bring out a Wildcat. That's a solid autocannon recon vehicle. 2 front armor, I believe. 2 front side, yeah. It's not the greatest, but it does get the job done, and it can be pretty solid against other recon vehicles. Greyhound does have a 2-point lead right now because he captured Delta right off the bat. And Faust is bringing out a command section to rectify that situation. Oh, assuming that links H7, I'm probably going to try and hit him the side unless he gets shot down. So yep, his cannon went down before it could really do anything. And it looks like that rover is in position to shoot at the links. However, it is doing some damage against those XA-186s. Oh, it's FSK in there. And that Milan 2 could be pretty dangerous. Oh, and the links goes down, and engaging here, some Faust computer coming out. However, they're going to be no match for all of these vehicles and Stormers. So FSK are hitting them in the side. That's going to take out their XA-180s. So this is the base model, so it only... Oh, wait, nope, this is the version with Urix, because, yeah. I'm getting my units confused again. Anyway. As FSK are out in the open, so they're going to get chewed up. And this is a lot of infantry that's pushing right through into the middle. Greyhound's going to want to bring as much as he can into here to keep them from exploiting this opening, otherwise they could possibly push right into that command vehicle. Oh, Fighting Falcon coming out with those 2 one-ton bombs. They're going to hit. Let's see. Oh, that could be trouble for the Stormers. Ooh. Took out an XA-180 and left 1 Stormer alive who were going to get cleaned up by that Live Garden. However, the Hachinanashiki is in position to give them a bloody nose. And then these XA-186s are getting pretty messed up by those Sneb rockets from Wings A7. And it does manage to take out one of them. However, it is out of ammunition now. And that LV-KV-90 is coming in, so he's going to want to pull that back probably to his forward operating base. Meanwhile, these Leopard 1 Scout tanks are doing a lot of damage. However, those Dragoners are getting pretty close, but with only M72 laws, there's not a lot they can do against them. Meanwhile, Gazelle Cannon hanging around up here, probably just to keep watch on the flanks. Gavarnmen are pushing into these FSK, and they're probably not going to last very long, especially once that XA-186 takes them out. Which might take a while. There we go. However, that SRV-103D is in trouble. It's side on to Milan, but it misses. That's only Milan F1, so it's not very accurate. He's bringing up some Storm Engineers, which can be pretty potent in a forest fight. What is the AP on Milan ones? 17. It's not bad. 2-shot a 2-front vehicle, and I think, and also 3-shot a... I mean, 1-shot a 3-front as well. I'll have to double check the table for that. That Fuchs Milan is pushing in. If he can get behind that STRV-103D unnoticed, it might be able to take it out. Meanwhile, this combination of Dragoners and Live Garden are completely chewing through all the infantry that's still left in here from Faust. STRV, oh, looked like that Milan F1 got taken. I didn't notice. Probably got spotted by the Scout Defender. Of course, the Scout Defender's out of rockets, so probably the S-Tank wiped it out. However, that STRV is going to be in trouble. The XA-186s won't do much against it. However, those Gavarnmen, as well as those Storm Engineers, get close. They can probably do a lot of damage to it. Oh. Build count moving out into the open, but that's going to be trouble if that Milan 2 hits, and it does. Not quite sure what Greyhound is trying to achieve with that. All he really did was take out a APC. However, that's APC. The second APC goes down to the side shot from an STRV-103D. Bringing out a... Faust is bringing out a supply truck for these Milans. And now these FSK have made contact with Storm Engineers. If you can keep that S-Tank alive, Greyhound can keep that S-Tank alive, that's going to be provide very potent fire support. However, he seems to be concerned about getting knocked out by infantry AT. Those Storm Engineers aren't going to last much longer, but the big trouble is going to be those Gavarnmen. it looks like he's bringing out a command squad for Foxtrot. Right now, Faust does have a +1 lead because he has captured Bravo. And there's not a lot that Greyhound can do about it at the moment. He does have a foothold in it, so if he plays it right, he can easily secure and fortify this position and probably counter cap. These Milan 2s are getting all supplied, and score is now even. Do you believe that? Is it Livgard in there, or is it Dragoner? I'd have to double check. Probably going to unload him into this forest. Yep, it's Dragoner. That's their standard infantry. Yep, that's their line. And Livgarden are the shock infantry that Denmark has. It's a bit of a waste of those snap rockets on that Lynx AH-7. He's probably worried that there's infantry inside of them. Oh, FSK about to mess up that V-150. Oh, but they wasted a rocket or a Urix missile on it. Oh. Fighting Falcon coming down probably onto those Fusiliers. And they're gone. And now that LVKV-90 completely chews up that Lynx AH-7. Let's bring up more Gevarman though. And Faust is also bringing up another Scout Leopard. And Greyhound has brought out a supply truck for those FSK, get them some more men and some more missiles. I'm curious as to how much that Gazelle cannon can see in here. Oh. I don't... Oh, they got him. That's a bit silly from Greyhound. If he had just stopped that XA-186, the Gevarman would not have been able to take it out, but since he moved it past, they could get a rear shot into it. And since that's one armor, it does full damage. Oh, okay, plane's coming out. Harrier GR7, that could be dangerous. Probably going to drop it into this blob of infantry here. It looks like it. To get a split, he has a... not really a split. He drops it all into those Dragoners, which is... They were already almost dead, so that FSK, which is the big danger, is going to be perfectly intact still. Well, look, the Gazelle cannon spotted a flanking attempt by that Lynx. I think that's Jaegers in there, do you believe? However, Faust hasn't noticed this. So the Gazelle cannon was only shooting it because it came in range, not because he ordered it to attack, so that Lynx might be able to land and get its infantry away. Unless it flies back in range with the Gazelle. That's right here. Oh, Puff is out, but he evac'd it. He's probably trying to take out that LVKV-90. And what was in there? Yep. Danish Jaegers. Oh, those Milans really want to take out that CV-90. And they do. Boom. Oh, hey. A Milan F1 actually managed to hit something. Up and those Dragoners are going to be in trouble because that Hachinai Shiki is going to start picking them apart. Though, to be honest, it could very well run out of ammunition before it kills them all. But they're stunned out in the open. Well, one of them is stunned. I don't think they're going to make it. However, those FSK are moving into position. Once they get in range of those Rangers, they could very easily take them out. Nope. And it looks like at least one of those squads is going to make it. Oh. Area GR7, that's coming down that SRV, and it's dead. Yeah. Oh. However, he turned off the gun, so the Puff won't be able to engage it. Oh. And those Rangers, due to the fact that they were in cover, managed to take out those FSK pretty easily. And combined with the fire from that Lynx AH-7, oh, Puff missed one of its strikes. However, the Lynx AH-7's snabs managed to bloody that LVKV's nose pretty badly. Oh, it's coming around again, and it misses the automatic. Yeah, Roland 3 is a pretty solid. Oh, right, they didn't rename this one correctly. It's still called Roland 2, but it actually has Roland 3 missiles. Now I remember that. So yeah, 2,800 versus helicopters and 3,500 meters versus planes. It's pretty solid. Only downside for the Roland system is the fact that it can only shoot 2 missiles before it has to reload, and it takes it 10 seconds to reload, so it can very easily fail to kill something that's by itself. However, if you pair it with another anti-air piece, such as another Roland or a self-propelled anti-air gun, it can easily take out helicopters and planes. And my cat decides that he wants to add his own commentary. Oh, those Jaegers have been spotted by that Gazelle cannon and are getting shot at. However, it's only a 20mm cannon, so it's not going to do a lot of damage. And they are going to make into cover. However, Faust might have noticed this happening, so he could very easily get a solution going to keep those Jaegers from causing trouble. Oh, he's bringing out a command Iltis to counter cap Foxtrot. And I didn't point this out, but Greyhound has counter cap Bravo, so he is currently at a +1 lead. However, it's going to go to a 0-0 point acquisition right now, or very soon because of that command Iltis. However, Greyhound is in a position to push into Alpha, which could be dangerous. Ooh, bring out some M36 for fire support. That should be fun. Looks like he was trying to run a command Centurion into there, however, decided that that was a bad idea, so he is pulling it back, and there's Harrier GR7 coming to take it out. I think it's going to get away with it, because that Puff is preventing any anti... Oh, no, looks like it wasn't targeting it. Alright, that's interesting. However, both the GR7 and the Puff get away unscathed. I think the automatic got taken out at one point in this lap. Oh, another Puff coming out. Oh, LKV's still turned off. With only 1 HP left, that is pretty dangerous for him. Fighting Falcon's coming out. That's probably going to wipe out this infantry right here, or in here. Oh, Puff takes, I'm not quite sure what that was. That was the Roland, I do believe. Yes, it was. And yep, that Fighting Falcon did a lot of damage, but that Puff is going on an adventure. Looks like he must have forgotten about it. Or is trying to take out that Lynx. But he does manage to evac. Alright, so right now they are even on their point acquisition. However, Greyhound has managed to achieve, or has managed to collect 125 victory points, which is a pretty solid lead, not a massive lead. However, it's still solid, so it's something that Faust is going to want to keep in mind. Stormers out in the open, they're good infantry, however, against explosive weaponry in the open, they can pretty easily be picked apart. And especially if a Harrier GR7 drops some bombs on them. Which only takes out one of them, however. Though I don't believe these guys would have much longer to live. Faust has not noticed these Jaegers still, so that could be dangerous if you can sneak them around and take out that HQ section. Oh, damn it. Damn it, I hate it when I do that. Now I have to get my camera back into position. That's obnoxious. There we go. Much better. Yes, I really do need to be careful when zooming in and out. Because if I zoom out too far, it messes up the camera angle I like. If I zoom in too far, my frame rate dies in the recording. Because my computer's not very good. But whatever. Those Dragoners are going to get picked apart. Puff is coming out. More Scout Leopards coming out. Faust really does like his stealth tanks, and I don't blame him, they are very fun. Oh, looks like this motor carrier is running out of ammo, using most of it for smoke. Looks like he's trying to run that Centurion in again, but decided against it. Oh, STRV coming out. Doesn't have any stabilizer, so it can't fire or even start aiming while in motion. And another Puff. Oh, it looks like we're gonna have a Puff fight, and neither of them really achieve anything. However, that Puff's in a dangerous position. He's evacing it, and if Greyhound turned those on, he could pretty easily take out that Puff. And I do believe in just a blue 4 deck, you only get 2 Puffs. So if he takes out one, that's half of his seed planes gone. Oh, some Milan 2s are shooting and knocking out some transports by the looks of it. Falconers are getting into a shooting match with those Rangers, and it looks like they are winning. Oh, looks like that Fighting Falcon got shot down. Or was it a Puff? Where's the crash? I want to see what was that. And it was a Falcon. Oh, Stormers are pushing in. That could be dangerous if they stumble upon that Centurion. Greyhound might want to bring out a supply truck just to refuel it, because Centurions do have pretty bad autonomy, and he's doing a lot of driving with it, especially in forest, and that is going to kill its fuel. Stormers managed to take out the S-Tank. However, they're both pretty shot up, so those Livgarden can pretty easily clean them up. I love how they're basically identical. Oh, Harrier GR7 coming in. Look at he's dropping on this FSK. And they're gone. That's right here. Yep. Stormers are getting cleaned up. Not a lot happening down here. And those Jaegers have pitched tents in the cluster of buildings right there. Wonder if Greyhound's going to try and see if he can sneak them into the HQ section. It's pretty vulnerable right now, but Greyhound doesn't know that. Oh. That links straight out in front of that RBS 90, however, it did manage to take it out with its snouts, but not before it got shot down. Oh, and I don't think this guy's going to last much longer against those Stormers. That's going to leave that command infantry wide open, and that's, if you Faust can take that out, they'll give him a +1 lead. Oh, Fighting Falcon going for a bombing run. Is he gonna make it? Looks like the Stormers are gonna bite it. Oh, and it misses them. However, those guys are gonna get pretty chewed up by that 40mm bow first. But these guys, despite being panicked, do manage to get the shot into it. Looks like he's bringing out the Harrier to take it out, but it's no longer needed. And here comes the Puff. Links AH7 coming out with some infantry. It's probably SAS. Live Garden coming out. Those Stormers could be in trouble if the Live Garden push into them. Up and 2 squads of Rangers. The Scout Leopard's making its appearance known. Or making its presence known, I do believe is the phrase. Oh, Block 15's coming out. Is he going to get the kill? And he does. And the Roland 2 misses both of its missiles on him. So he gets away unscathed, and if he remembers to evacuate. Army is just going to let it loiter for a bit to spot any airplanes. And now he zoomed out way too far again. Oh dear. Oh, Harrier's getting attacked by the Puff. Oh, and he misses on the Roland. And gets taken out. So I do believe both decks are down 1 Puff. Though I'm pretty sure that in a Scandinavian deck you do get 3 Puffs due to the availability bonus. I'd have to double check. And I hate it. I really don't like it when it tries to attach the camera to you when you're zooming in and out. It can make it quite jarring when suddenly you're halfway across the map. Anyway, oh, Vigan, that's with the Mjolnirs. What's he going for? The Bradley? Oh, looks like he wasn't going for anything. Or he lost sight of his target. He's pulling out. Oh, looks like truckloads of some Gevarmen are coming in. They can get in without the FSK doing too much damage. And the Jaegers, I think, are now being spotted. Let's see if they manage to do any damage. Oh, and is that another Puff down, or did he escape? I think he escaped. Oh, and that Bradley's doing some work. Oh, that Totu could really mess up that Centurion, and it does. And now that Bushmaster is going to pick apart those Stormers. And it's probably going to put some more toes into those CV90s. Oh, pretty aggressive at that Block 15. Managed to take out 1 Fighting Falcon. Oh, is this guy going to make it? Looks like he is going to make it out. Up, and those Jaegers are getting torn up by those Gevarmen because the Gevarmen, due to the fact that being in a building gives the Gevarmen greater damage reduction compared to the Jaegers who are in a forest. If I recall correctly, forests give a 30% damage reduction, while being in buildings gives a 50%. I'd have to double check those numbers though. Well, looks like it's quieted down a bit. He's brought up a lot of AA prior to try and stop any panic planes from wiping out his advancing infantry. This FSK using up all of their Erix's on all those Erix missiles on those XA-180s. And SBS pushing in. Looks like he has another Lynx coming up with more SBS. And that Gazelle cannon, he's moved over to this little corner of the map. Oh my god. I need to stop doing that. Anyway. So he's probably gonna have a... Faust is gonna have a probably gonna have a pretty good idea of anything that Greyhound tries to put into this sector at Bravo. Yes, Lynx H7s are definitely doing a lot of work, and they've taken out the command infantry. That gives Faust a +1 lead, and basically complete control of the northern part of the map. He's probably going to leverage that to try and push into Delta. Have to see if Greyhound can come up with anything to counter that. And it looks like he's going to try and do the same thing at Foxtrot as well. Looks like he's smoking out those Milan 2s. And he's going to push that Centurion in for some fire support by the looks of it. However, that Milan 1 can still do some damage if it hits. Misses that one. Oh, looks like he was spotted. And those Milan 2s are there, and they might get a hit in. And they do, and that takes out the STRV 105. And Greyhound decides he has no choice but to pull those Live Garden back. Oh, another Gazelle cannon and some M136 CS. Looks like he might be trying to try and put these guys into a forest to shoot up, or not really shoot up, to basically tear apart any infantry that they can get a shot on. Those Gavarman advancing in the open are pretty vulnerable, but they do have some fire support from their APCs. And there's only one group of Live Garden shooting back at them, so they should be able to advance without too much difficulty. Looks like he has a Harrier GR7 loitering around, so in case Greyhound pulls out anything unpleasant, Faust can wipe it out pretty easily. Oh, but looks like Greyhound is going to try and push through Foxtrot so he can stop the point bleed he's currently suffering. Alright. Let's see how well this push goes. Yep. Faust is bringing some units down to try and take out Greyhound's command in Delta. And if he does that, he will get a +3 lead. So right now, Greyhound is going to try and take out the command in Foxtrot. If he does that, that would give him... I do believe that would equal out the score, so yeah, I would make it 0-0 for acquisition. If my basic math skills haven't failed me. Though that M136 CS could give him a nasty surprise if his infantry get caught out by it. However, that automatic can also provide some pretty vicious fire. But right now, Greyhound is getting pressed into this corner, and Faust is pretty close to finding his commands in Delta. And as soon as they get spotted, you can bet that a Harrier GR7 is going to try and punch their ticket. And it looks like Greyhound's attack in Foxtrot might be running out of steam. Lost his automatic, I didn't see that happening. Probably stumbled on to those storm engineers. Vigan is dropping its payload. That might take out the Iltis, and it does. And that equals out the scores. Oh, And Greyhound's AA does take out the block 15. Nope. Looks like Greyhound has decided that this guy is going to go down fighting. So he's turned on his 20-pounder, but not the Browning. And this XA-186 has been spotted. Oh, he's bringing out another... Faust is bringing out another Iltis party to cap Foxtrot, and he's bringing in an absolute wave of helicopters and transports. And Greyhound has exhausted basically all of his units in Foxtrot, so there's not a lot that's going to be able to stop these vehicles and helicopters. Unless the Rover RBS-90 takes it out along with the CV-90s. So if these guys can get cover in the town, they might be able to run in and take out that command infantry. And looks like the Centurion was taken out. Not quite sure by what, didn't see it happen. Though the XA-186 is still there, but he is getting shot at by mortars, and that might panic and maybe cause him to rout. Or at least force him to move. F-16A MLU coming out. Not quite sure what he's planning on taking out. That is putting in danger from that Roland 2. This is going to be close. Greyhound does have a point advantage. Nope, MLU got taken out by the AA, but it did manage to knock out the mortar, though I guess that might keep this command vehicle alive a little bit longer. Oh, that Wildcat might have a field day if it gets in among those Roland 2s. Or, yeah, Roland 2s. Firing Roland 3s, because Eugen didn't rename the unit. However, this command infantry here is in danger, and if he gets taken out, that is going to put Greyhound, or it's going to put Faust at a +1 lead. Yeah. And looks like he's countercap Delta, so that's giving him a +2 lead, and that's going to allow him to rapidly close the distance between his score and Greyhound's 126 points. And if he takes out the command infantry, that's going to give him a +3 advantage. Yep. And command infantry has been spotted and is getting shot up by basically everything that Faust has in range to shoot at him. And those storm engineers are going on a rover hunt. And it's down. And he's got an Iltis coming out for Foxtrot. That's going to give him a +4 lead. And is that 123, 124, 127? And it looks like Faust is going to win this game. Yeah, it looks like that Wildcat ran through and knocked out all those Rolands, and now he's just going forward without any point by the looks of it. Greyhound's probably realized that he's in a pretty bad situation and is just kind of throwing everything up the wall in one last desperate move. He did take out Faust's command in Delta, so Faust is only at a +1 right now. Though now it's +2 because Faust has capped Foxtrot. And the forces that Greyhound was trying to send into Foxtrot have been intercepted by all the hardware and infantry that Faust has put into this forest right here above Foxtrot. And he doesn't have a lot standing between all of this infantry and them getting at this command here, so looks like Greyhound is on his last legs and he surrenders. Well, I'd say that was a pretty fun battle. It's pretty close. The kills to losses were fairly close, I'd say. Greyhound does come out a little bit behind of Faust, but he did lose, and you know, he lost, but it was close. It was very close, I'd say. Looks like just right at the end that Faust managed to gain a pretty decisive positional advantage, and since Greyhound seemed to be losing units faster, that he just basically let up that Faust could build up more units and push them in. I'm not really conveying my point properly very well, but yeah. Long story short, close battle. Faust just managed to get a slight advantage early on in terms of unit numbers, and he used that to his advantage to mass his units in key locations. And combine that with Greyhounds, well, he had some decent pushes there. It's just they lost steam against superior fire support that Faust had, and so they ended up achieving very little except losing units, and that allowed Faust to gain advantage in terms of unit count. Anyway, before I ramble on too much longer, long story short, very close battle, well played from both sides, and that's about it. I am Xander Chiron, and you guys have a lovely day.